Hi, there I am. Hey, everybody. So I was just saying that welcome. I have Janine, Elaine, RJ, Joanna, Marianne, John. Hi, my number one fan, John. How are you? So I was just saying tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about choices and intention because I think that's something that's in the air right now. I'm not going to do too much astrology tonight. If you have an astrology question, just comment and I will put it on. But I'm going to be doing live tarot readings for the zodiac signs on Thursday night on my Soul Space podcast on govsradio.com. Also, that would be live broadcast through our Zenkuda page here. So tune in Thursday at 6:30, and we'll be doing live tarot readings and for each sign of the zodiac. So you'll have plenty of personalized readings on Thursday night. So how is everybody? I know the energy has been a little bit intense. We have a Neptune squaring Mercury, and we also have some Uranus things happening in the sky that are causing a little bit of tension, I think, around. So seems like tempers are running a little bit high. I was talking to somebody earlier today that was saying that. So I want to talk tonight about choices and intention and the difference between them and how to merge them in order to find peace in our life. But I want you all to comment and tell me how things are going with you. I feel like I'm getting a lot of texts and emails and phone calls from people who are trying to make major life decisions and major life choices. And I think that is because, not to sound redundant, but the Pluto-Saturn conjunction that we have going on for this year is really knocking down a lot of structures that we believe in and a lot of things that we normally would be using to structure our daily routines. And as they come down, new choices come into play, right? So let's talk about that. And how do we make choices? Hi, Angelique. And how do we make choices? And how do we know we're doing the right thing? And how do we make the choices that bring peace to our life? And whenever I do these live videos or I write, it's always from personal experience. And I try and use my personal experiences to inspire and to learn. So when I talk about things like this, like tonight, when I talk about choices and intention, it's really based on what so far my experience has been and the things that I've found to work in my life. So I hope they work for you, and that's why I like to spread them. So I want to talk about choices, and I have a saying that I always write oftentimes on my pages, and that you'll hear me say quite often if you're a fan of my videos. Every choice creates more of me. And what I mean when I say that is one of the things that I've tried really hard to do in my life is merge intention with choice. And I started to do this a few years ago. And the first thing I started to do along this line was whenever I was in conversation with someone and it took a left turn and it got a little negative, and someone would say something to me that I would take personally, I would always ask myself, what did they hope to gain by saying that? And so I tried to find their intention in the choice that they made to say that, whatever it was. You know, if someone was very critical of me, I could actually depersonalize the criticism by simply asking, what did they mean by that as far as their intention? And oftentimes I found that the intention had nothing to do with me. They were saying something to be provocative, or they were saying something to diminish me. And when I took the personalization out of that and realized that intention was coming from them, nothing to do with me, it really made life a lot more peaceful. And so then I took that a step further. And sometimes when I was in conversation and I would maybe blurt something out or say something that later on I chose to regret, or say something that was great to say, afterwards I would ask myself, what did you hope to gain by saying that? What was your intention? And when I asked myself those questions, it became almost like a barometer or a metric system for measuring. I don't know why this camera is moving by itself today. For measuring the intentions I had for my life, where I was going with my life, and also the intentions other people had in their interactions with me. So that was when I learned about marrying intention with choice. And when we do that, it becomes more meaningful, every choice we make in our life, because there's an intention behind it that we're identifying and that we're becoming aware of. And that makes life more meaningful and it also gives us a lot more control and puts us in authority. Oftentimes, a remark will be said or something will happen, and we take it so personally, it blows everything else. We suddenly can't concentrate on the task at hand because we're thinking about a comment someone made or a dialogue that we had with someone. So reduce everything to intention, and even in our own lives, and you're going to find that you're going to be much more peaceful, because then things really become, I just want to adjust this camera, because then things really become the actual meaning behind them, instead of just, is this camera moving by itself? Because it feels like that. I'm woo today. So the energy in this house has been really amazing. So anyway, choice and intention. Focus. So I'm human. So when we marry intention with choice, everything we do and every choice we make becomes more significant. Not to make it so serious that it's heavy, but in order to give us a roadmap of where we really want to be. And so when I started to do that, very often throughout the day, I'll take a pause, and that pause just brings me back to the present. And I'll think about a conversation I'm walking into before I go into the room, or I'll think about a task I have to do before I do it. And it grounds me in the presence of that and becomes, what's my goal? What do I hope to gain by this conversation? What's my real intention here? And you'd be surprised how many times when you do that, if you really are truthful with yourself and really get down to the deep intention of the task or the conversation, you'd be surprised how many times you don't need to have the conversation, or the conversation changes, or the task you're going to do suddenly becomes something else. Because you'd be surprised how many times when we really see our intentions, they aren't as noble as we think they are, and they aren't based in love as much as we think they are. And so we change them when we're aware of that. Because I think oftentimes the things that we learn to regret, or the things we wish we didn't do, are done because our intention wasn't correct. And when we act with love, when we act with the highest good, and we put that intention behind everything we do, our life suddenly becomes very different. It suddenly becomes more peaceful, more in alignment with what we really want is the intention for ourselves. And that was the other thing that when I started to marry intention and choice really hit home for me, was I used to always have an intention for my life. You know, how people start a business and they have a goal for that business and they'll write a mission statement. Well, what is the mission statement for your life? What is your intention for your life? You know, is it to live in a love-based mentality, not a fear-based mentality? Is it to flow more? Is it to be more present? Is it to learn to be in meditation and making a lot of the things that you do a meditation for your life, and to be in that loving moment? Whatever your intention is for your life, you want to make sure that your actions and your choices are supporting that intention. And then that becomes your life agenda, you know, almost like your Bible, your own personal Bible. And that's going to be different for each one of us. But I hope the commonality of everyone's intentions and choices are love, and that we're doing it to promote more love, be more love, and give more love to ourselves and other people. So that's what I mean when I talk about marrying choice with intention and intention with choice. The two go hand in hand. And if you try to get into a habit of really being conscious and aware of that, you will find that your life not only flows smoother, but you have a lot less stress and tension in your life, because you're not going against your alignment. You're not constantly going against the intention that you've really set for yourself. Now you're becoming in alignment with the intention of whatever your mission statement for your life is, your intention for your life is. I'll give you an example. You know, sometimes with families, we have so many patterns that are so hard to break. You know, and we feel these patterns as soon as we walk into an environment with our families of origin, or even sometimes our jobs, if we worked at a place a long time. As soon as we walk in, it becomes almost an instinct to act a certain way. But if you start thinking before you're driving to work or you're driving to a family gathering, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what is my intention for this day? What is my intention for my life this day? What do I really need to give myself? What is my soul asking me to do? Then your actions at that job or at that family gathering are going to be really different, because all of a sudden now you're aware that your choices are in alignment with the intention for your life. And it's not easy to live that way in the beginning. But I can tell you this, that once you really start to do that, and that becomes your focus, that it becomes a lot easier and it becomes your life. even now, I've been practicing this marrying intention with choice for many years and being conscious of that and awake of that. And even now I can really relate to, sometimes having an argument with someone or being in a conflict with someone and not saying half of the things that I probably would have said a few years ago, because I know my intention really isn't to hurt someone or say something out of anger that I'll regret. My intention isn't to throw more gasoline on a fire. My intention is to resolve the conflict and be love and give that person the love that they need in order to be safe enough to resolve the conflict with me. And that's the intention of my life, is to create more evolution through love and reconciliation, compassion, and cooperation through love. So I try to reflect that in everything I do. I'm human, so of course I don't always succeed, but I'm much more conscious of it now than I was 5 or 10 years ago or even yesterday, because it's a work in progress. So really try to marry your intention for what you want your life to be with your choices and the things we do and we say and we drink and we eat and everything. I mean, you can even drill this down to diet and exercise and your life habits. At one time, believe it or not, I was over 200 pounds and, just not healthy at all. And now I've been this weight for about 8, 9 years, and it's the proper weight for my body and my height, and I'm not overweight. And the reason is because I related my choices with intention. I wanted to be healthy. And so what are the choices that support that? Not coming home and eating a box of devil dogs, not exercising, so I want to live a healthy life as long as I'm on the earth. I don't want to be sickened on the earth. So now my choices support the intention for health. So that's kind of, what I really wanted to talk about tonight. And that came to me actually today. And it wasn't through, hi Terry, it wasn't through anything that I read or heard or saw. This actually came to me through an experience in my life where I wrote about it on my Georgia Rose page. If anybody wants to read that, I know a lot of you read it today. Thank you so much for your beautiful words and support. They mean so much to me, really. But I made a choice a long time ago after I had been very sick, and the choice was to be healthy and to live my life well, used. And so I was thinking a lot about choices yesterday. And the greatest choice I ever made in my whole life was to make sure my life was well used. And by well used, I mean putting it in purpose for the world, doing something for some other people. Anything that I've triumphed over, a challenge I've learned to triumph over, if I can send that energy of triumph to someone who's still in that challenge, that is a life well used. And we can all do that. So that was the greatest choice I ever made in my life. And I made that after I had been sick and, kind of faced my own mortality and said, okay, if I'm going to be on this earth, it will have a purpose. Greatest choice I ever made. And then all my other choices try to follow in line with that. And that's the intention for my life. And it's not a big, huge thing. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It just means every day trying to be a better person, So I think I just really wanted to make this video, if I can reach out through the camera and get some of you to make different choices in your lives, not for anybody else, but for yourself. Because when I started to make different choices that reflected how I honored me, then my whole life changed and became much more joyful and much more happy to live. Because I think we don't drill it down to ourselves. We don't include ourselves in our own life. We spend a lot of time making choices that really aren't our intention, that either please others or just please our ego. We want to say that just to get the better of somebody, or we want the last word, or we want to do something that'll really show them and be vengeful and regretful afterwards. And so being in control of your life is making sure that your choices are really in line with your intention, because when they aren't, you're not in control of anything. Your life is controlling you because you're not in alignment with your intention for your life. So I just wanted to put that out there tonight. So I hope that you all will really think about your choices. And it just takes a little extra effort, really. That's all. So Joanne says her body is killing me, the neuropathy from chemo. I will tell you, Joanne, that a lot of people are reaching out to me recently with a lot of health ailments. It has also to do with the astrology right now, and also structures. We're being taught to communicate and to learn to do things in a different way. That's why I wanted to do this video about choices. And so sometimes when our body is speaking to us, and I'm terribly sorry for your pain because I know what that's like. When your body is speaking to you like that, it wants something from you. And I know it's a physicality, it's from the chemo and all of that, but you've got to nurture your body. And I think we talked about this one other time. I think it was you. Your body needs you to nurture it. If you have habits in your life, or you're not in alignment with your intention in your life to be healthy, your body is screaming. Your body is going to scream. Your body is going to yell at you. Your body is going to rebel. So try and make sure on a day-to-day basis that you do things that are nurturing to you and healing to you. Do not cause any more stress and strife in your life, and make choices that eliminates that, because that's really what your body's reacting to. It's not just the chemo. Your body's reacting to all the stress in your life, and it's screaming, for help. So nurture yourself. RJ says he lost a friend. She died on the 21st of this month. Can she see if she will come through? I'm going to put that in the back of my mind, RJ. If something comes through during the broadcast, we'll talk about it. What else do we have here? Minetta, choice and intention are so related in almost every case, if not all cases. Always, always, John. Think about it. Think about even in your past, if you take a little bit of a life review, right? If we could all just do that. Hi, Kathy. Beautiful soul. Kathy Marinelli Gagliano. Hi, Gina. If we could just, Joanne. Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If we could actually just think about do a little life review and think about some of the choices that we've made in our lives, and think about what really was your intention for them, and really do that. And you're going to find some bold truths, man, some brutal truths, and some good truths too. It works both ways. Sometimes we do a good deed for someone, but what was our intention? Was it really selfless, or were we doing it because we want praise from that person, right? Why did we, do even the things we did coming up and growing up? Were we sometimes really having the wrong intention of what the things we did? And I'll tell you, I thought a lot about different relationships and different jobs and all kinds of things. And I'm like, man, what was I thinking when I did that? And then when I really drilled it down to my intention, it all made so much sense that I hadn't seen before. So if any of you have an experience like that, I'd love to hear about it. But it's definitely, we have to go back to intention. Hi, Kathy. So I'm not getting anything on your friend that passed, RJ. Was this a childhood friend? If it was, let me know. So what is the intention really? The intention is the quality of consciousness that you're bringing to that choice. So let me elaborate on that. So if you have an intention and you're just mad as hell and you want somebody to be as mad as you are, or you want, somebody hurts you and now you're going to poke them so that they hurt like you do, or you want them to see how hurt you are so they're going to hurt them. That is an energy behind the intention. That is an energy behind the choice. That is your intention. So if you put that out in the world, what do you think's going to happen? You're going to get it back tenfold. So that's why intention is so important. The other reason why intention is important is in our spiritual work. And when we go in to do a meditation or heal ourselves or do any kind of connection with spirit, whether that's through meditation or practice, cards, whatever, when we do that, we have to make sure our intention is pure, that we're not going in for the wrong intention, that we're not, doing a card spread or pulling a card because we wanted to tell us we're going to get the red Cadillac, we're going to get the boyfriend, we're going to get the good job. That's not for your highest good. Also, when you use intention in spiritual work, be very careful about, going into other people's karma. We're really not supposed to do that. So when you connect with spirit, intention is so important. When you set the intention for love and you surrender the intention to spirit to bring in whatever is meant for you, and knowing you will accept that, you'll get much better connection and a much better answer. So keep your intentions pure. That's what I wanted to say about intention. So don't create the karma. That's the other thing I wanted to just say. Don't. When I was saying before about saying things in anger or saying things in other ways than good intention, you're creating that karma. You're putting that ball of energy out into the world, and it's going to come back at you. So just know that, okay? So take responsibility for your own intentions. And now I'm just going to pull a card. This first one that I'm going to pull is going to be for RJ's friend who's passed over on the 21st. I'm getting a T name. I don't know if that's correct or not. There's a lot of energy in the house right now. I've done quite a few readings in the last couple of days and also very deep meditations. So there's a lot of energy around. And I didn't meditate or anything yet today, so I'm a little jerky-herky. But I'm getting a T name. But RJ, I'm going to pick a card for a message for you from your friend, okay? I'm hearing about a lot of deaths lately, and I think that's also a culmination of a lot of energetic things in life. And these earthquakes as well, that's Uranus energy. Okay. RJ, the card I picked is Archangel Sandalphon. It says victory on it, but what's important to me on this card is the caption. It says your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So your friend is definitely around you and coming in, kind of saying hello. Look at this beautiful angelic card, a lot of blue energy, violet. Sandalphon is a beautiful, beautiful angel. He usually comes in, sometimes with friendships. So that to me is confirmation that someone is hearing you. So talk to your friend from the other side. They will absolutely hear you and you will feel their energy. Okay, Dorothy. Okay. Hi, Christine. How are you? Christine's back in New York. You brought the cold weather with you, sweetie, but you brought a lot of sunshine too. So Dorothy is her name, RJ. I think Dorothy is around you. I think that she obviously is going to hear you. Talk to her. Talk to Dorothy because she'll definitely hear you and you'll feel her energy. Okay? I'm going to pick a card for Christine Fay because I just feel like she's got a lot of light around her today. And I feel like even though she does, she could use a little bit of pick-me-up. I know Christina's having a little bit of grief over her dad. So let's send her out some energy. And then I'm going to pick a card for Joanna Maya. So first is Christina Fay. Christine, what have we got for you today? We've got, these are angel cards. And we have, I think you're trying to make a decision about something. This is Archangel Uriel. And it says, you know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So Christina, if you're trying to make a decision about anything, they're saying that, your intuition, what you think you should do is absolutely the right thing. So I don't know if that resonates with you today, but look at this beautiful illuminating light that Archangel Uriel is holding up for you. So go with your instincts, honey. Whatever they're telling you, that's what you know you need to do. Okay? Joanne, I'm going to pick a card for you next. I just did, sweetie. Oh, she didn't even see that she asked me to pick a card. I just put that up and I was doing it. Somebody told me to do it. We're on the same wavelength, Christine. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just got a chill up my spine when I read that. Everyone called her Dolly. RJ, last night I had someone here for a reading and someone came in and the name that came in was Dolly. And I wrote it down on my reading book. And afterwards, it was a different name for that person that came through. But the first name I got last night was Dolly. So the card I picked for you is definitely telling you, RJ, that your friend is absolutely around you. Speak to Dolly. Speak to Dolly. For those of you who might not believe, I'm going to see if I can find that page. Oh, I think I might have ripped it out. No, here it is. Yeah, I'm going to actually put a piece of paper over the rest of the page because it's other information for somebody else. But this was what came through last night, RJ, when I was in reading. And you can see right here on the page, you can see the word Dolly. So I didn't know that was your friend, but apparently Dolly was trying to come through last night. So she's around you. She's here and she can hear every word. So call her and talk to her and, let her know that you're thinking of her. Okay. So Angelique wants a card, please. Dreaming of family. There was someone else, I think, that asked for one. First, I want to do one for Joanne, and then I'll do one for Angelique. Well, that was funny that Dolly came. Dolly was here last night, RJ. So funny. Okay. So, this is for Joanna Maya. Please send healing light to Joanne. She's in pain, and we want to take that pain and send it up to God, and He'll take it and transmute it for you. Joanna Maya, I would like you to focus on violet light right now, please. Violet light all around you. For those healers we have out there, please send Joanne some violet light, and I'm going to pull this card for her. Card is really violet. Wow. Joanne, I need you to trust, because this is Archangel Jeremiel, who is saying all is well. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. And that is so apropos of the lesson of suffering. Look at the violet in this card. I asked you to surround yourself with violet light, and you can see this angel is completely surrounded with all beautiful light and violet all over the card. Joanne, I think it's really, really important for you to nurture yourself and not have any stress whatsoever in your life. Your body is screaming and crying out over the stresses that you have. So try and do whatever you need to do in order to be in a peaceful, peaceful environment. All right. Look at that beautiful violet card. Wow. Saw that coming in before it did. I'm telling you, the energy is really heightened, and the readings that I've been doing are really connected. Just getting so much energy from the other side. Sometimes that happens. It's just like a portal will open, and it's beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay. Angelique, this is for you. Angelique, I feel like you need to breathe, sweetie. I feel like you're just like feeling very closed in. You need to breathe, okay? This card's for you. Angelique, I think you also are thinking about some decisions. This is Archangel Jeremiel. Again, it's a different card, though. It says, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. So you want to do a life review, Angelique. And I think that you have some choices coming up to make. I think that you need to make choices that are in your best interest, not the best interest of others. Make yourself the authority in your life. Look at this beautiful angel with all the light surrounding them. And they're just like on a big, it looks like almost like a flower. And they're just looking to bloom. This beautiful torch that they're holding with light. So, sweetie, you really, really need to, take stock and make changes with whatever you need to for yourself. Don't worry about others. You need to put yourself first right now. Okay? You're welcome, sweetie Joanna. RJ, did you see that Dolly came in last night? That was pretty cool. It was on my reading pad. So I am actually going to pull a card for myself right now. And if anybody else wants one, let me know, because I'm going to sign off in a little bit. I'm going to eat my dinner. And I just want to say that everything we do in life is a choice. So make sure your intention is pure behind it. And what I find is when we do that, we also reap a lot of rewards. The universe is more kind and loving than we want to give it credit, and it always wants to give us rewards. But it can't do that if it's showing us if we're showing it, we're undeserving. So definitely put yourself out so that you can reap some rewards. Okay, this card is for Georgia Rose. So let's see what Spirit has in store for me right now. Okay, this is very strange, but it's not. It's Metatron, who's always around me. Indigo and Crystal Children. So Archangel Metatron is coming in to tell me you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. And so it's really funny because one of the workshops that I want to do is for teenagers. I feel like we have so many children in the world that when they're, forming their identities, it's so hard for them because there's so many choices now. Even the choice of gender, sexuality, what's real and what isn't real. The different dimensions that we have now that we can work in. It's really interesting. I see a lot of teenagers who are so spiritual, and then I see some that are very fragmented. So if you have teenagers home, make sure that you allow them the freedom to make their own choices and set their own intentions so that they form their identities. It's so important for them to have an identity. Sometimes I think we're raising a society that doesn't have an identity, and wow, that's so important for us to do. Janine, I'm going to pick a card for you, my sweetie. Janine has been working so hard this last year and a half, really making changes in her life. So I'm going to send you out, I'll use some Zenkuda energy as well. Big Z ball of light to you, Janine. And let's get your card going. Oh my gosh, Janine, you have the same card as Joanna Maya did. And you guys saw me shuffle. Maybe you didn't see me shuffle, but I was. Archangel Jeremiel, all is well. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. So if anything is conflicted right now, Janine, that will work itself out. By the end of the week, I'm going to say by Friday, you're going to understand exactly what's going on. Okay. Kathy, I'm going to pick a card for you. Hey, Liz, how are you, sweetie? It's freezing here. I know you're in Florida. I'm going to pick a card for Kathy and a card for Joanne. A lot of past people showing up, Joanne says. Yes, I have to tell you, that is because we are clearing out things. And I know that sounds redundant, and we do that a lot in our lives. But where the planets are right now, it wants us to change and move on. That's one of the reasons I wanted to talk about choices and intention tonight, because we're making a lot of choices. And Joanne, what I would say is when people come back into your life, ask yourself, what is their intention? You know, are they looking to make amends? Are they looking to reconcile? Are they looking to feed their ego? Because sometimes that's also very true. I know, especially with X's and O's, you know, they'll come in because they start to think that, you know, oh, I can rekindle something or something like that. So, okay. Joanne, this is for you. I'm going to do Joanne. This is Joanne's card, and then I'll do Kathy. Joanne, you have clairsentience. This makes a lot of sense to me, and I'm going to tell you why, because something came in just as you said. This is Archangel Raguel. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Okay, as soon as this card came up, I got an interpretation. If people are coming back into your life from your past, and I feel like they're friends as well as maybe some exes, but I feel like the friend train is really running through your house right now. Archangel Raguel is an archangel that we can put an intention to or pray to for the reconciliation of things. Not necessarily, you know, that whatever your intention is, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a get back together kind of thing. It can be just to reconcile it and resolve it so it's peaceful and you can split it with peace or resolve it, you know, neutral. The card is clairsentient. And the reason that's coming through, Joanne, is because you know you have great intuition. You know what you know, and you already know the intention of these people. Follow your instincts, because whatever is your instinct about these situations coming back in is absolutely the truth. I'm going to tell you that right now. You have like the radar. So listen to your radar, because I'm feeling that really strongly. I'm going to pick this next card for Kathy Evanko. Okay, Kathy. Kathy, well, I have a mom energy coming in for you to do with something health-wise. If that is resonating with you, all is going to be okay. Whatever relates to that is going to be okay. And the card that just came up for you is you are safe. Archangel Michael, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you and your loved ones at home. So I hope that resonates with you, Kathy, because I'm getting a female energy around you and a health issue. So Archangel Michael is with you, protecting you. Everything's going to be fine. You are safe. All right? That's Kathy Evanko's card. Got to pull this down a little bit. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I had to sneeze. I'm sorry. That's funny. You know, you're live. You're live. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for John Mineta. This card just flew out of the deck. I don't know. John Mineta. And then I'm going to pull a card for Liz and then Jennifer. So this is for John. Ooh, I got butterfingers. 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 Okay. Tune in Thursday night, 6:30 on govscomedyradio.com, because we are going to be doing live tarot readings. All right. So definitely tune in. Okay. This is for John. John, you have Archangel Gabriel, who is my favorite angel in the whole world. Archangel Gabriel is the messenger, clear messages, usually beautiful copper color around him. And your card, John, is nurture. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. And I know you babysit grandbabies, so be lighthearted with them. That's therapeutic for you. keep working with those kids and live, going there and staying and babysitting those kids. Look at this beautiful card. That's like the baby. And even though it looks like mom energy, that's you. I know you love to be silly with them and play with them. And that's really the source of energy for you. That is healing. Let that energy heal you. Let their laughter roll over you like a beautiful meditation. All right, John. Next card is going to be for Liz. Okay. All right, Liz, my ginger. All right, Liz. I'm laughing because of what we talked about last time we were messaging. This is Archangel Jophiel, and it says, clear your space. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. So I know we were talking about some things with the house last time, and so clear your space. Hopefully that's not too cleared, but I guess you're supposed to do that. So, and this could also be a figurative card. Sometimes when this card comes up with Archangel Jophiel and clear your space, it could also mean clear out the clutter that you have in your body and mind too. Like clear your spiritual home of clutter. So I hope that helps you. I feel like that you've got a lot of different things, like almost too many choices to make right now, Liz. So definitely try and clear some stuff out, okay? And I'm going to pull this card is for Jennifer, all right? I don't think I know Jennifer. Do I know Jennifer? I'll pull a card for her anyway and send in love. Okay. Oh, what a beautiful card you got, Jennifer. It's Archangel Chamuel. He's like my second favorite angel next to Gabriel because he's an angel of peace, reconciliation. Chamuel is just a beautiful angel that comes in and just he smooths everything over. And the card for him is peace. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real, and that's true. So Jennifer, if you have drama and a lot of crap going on around you, just remember that it's not real. It's all BS. The only thing that's real is love, and it sounds like you've got a beautiful friend there with Christine in your friendship. So focus on the good in your life and the beautiful blessings that you have. This beautiful Archangel Chamuel is coming in with the bird of peace to tell you that peace comes from remembering that only love is real. And that gets back to our intentions, right? That love is always real. Kelly, hi Kelly, how are you? Enza, I'm going to pull a card for you. Oh, Anthony, is it Anthony Rodea? He's comes on, I believe, after me, actually, on Thursday nights. I think Rodea comes on. I want to have him on the show and be on his show, but he didn't invite me yet. Okay, so this card is for you, Enza. And the card is Counselor, Archangel Azrael. You are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So, Enza, if you've been doing any kind of work with counseling or intuitively spiritually counseling or anything where you've been helping people, keep doing that. That's confirmation that that is absolutely where you're supposed to be. And look at the amount of light coming out of this angel in this card. It's absolutely a stunning amount of light that is just because she's counseling and she's spreading light to the world. So Enza, I hope that that resonates with you. All right. Yeah, I was going to say, Liz, I think it's emotional clutter too. Oh, Jen Gromis. I know Jen. Hey, Jen, how are you? So, yeah, I think that, Liz, I think it is emotional clutter because that's what I felt when I took the card. I was like, I don't think it's the house. I think it's the spiritual home. So, you got to, I feel like you need an outlet, like not just meditation, but even if you took restorative yoga or something, I know you have some issues with your joints. So maybe restorative or something like that. Kelly, I'm going to pick a card for you, Kelly Solaro, and then I'm probably going to sign off for the night. So remember, your choices and marry your choice with intention. What do I hope to gain by doing this act? What I hope to accomplish by saying this particular thing? And really, you set your intentions for the choices in your life. The same card came up, Kelly, for you as did someone else. Archangel Sandalphon, victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So if there's anything out there that you've been working on, praying for, or manifesting, Kel, it's coming in. It's coming in. I think I know what that might be. So that's tonight's broadcast, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll wait a couple of minutes, see if anybody else has anything they want to say. But in closing, you can find me on Zenkuda Official on Instagram, this page Zenkuda on YouTube, and then of course here at 7 p.m. Tuesday nights live, and on my live podcast with the call-in number. I don't have a guest this week because we'll be doing live tarot readings just for you guys. So if you want to tune into that, 6:30, GovsComedyRadio.com, or right here on the Zenkuda page. Thanks so much, everybody. Make sure you go out and marry your intention with your choices, and that'll give you the best life and alignment you could possibly have. If you want a private reading or healing, Zenkuda.com. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.